Hello, everyone, and welcome to this bonus episode of Raw Edge Applique for the Little Witch Fabric Collection and Patterns. My name is Jennifer Long from Sew a Story. I'm an early childhood educator turned Riley Lake fabric designer, and I can't wait to do some fabric crafting with you. So come on in and join me, grab a cup of tea, and I'll tell you all the things and a couple of sneak peeks as well. So come on in and join me. All right, so today I wanted to pop on my newest fabric collection that is releasing right now into stores is called Little Witch. It is sort of a fairy tale take on Halloween with the main character being Little Witch, but just a nod to her. Maybe it's a girl dressed up, or maybe it's just all of the friendly little witches that you found in fairy tales. So if you are a fairy tale lover, regardless about Halloween or not, this is an all-season collection because every good fairy tale has a witch in it. So it comes in multiple colorways. I'm just going to walk you through it. This is like the magenta colorway, and there's like the main print, and there's potions. There's a little witch's lace here, which is just darling, darling. There's a great stripe, and this stripe is called Five Little Pumpkins Sitting on a Gate, and there's a little cat in a witch's hat and one sleeping on the moon. We've got a spider dot, and we've also have this great autumn print. I also have it in like the orange sort of pumpkin colorway, and then there's the teal colorway. So these are really on trend, and they work really great together. I haven't seen very many Halloween collections, or any really, like all like this in this colorway. So I hope you love it pulled together. It's kind of really rich and fairy tale. And then of course I put in some light low volumes and blenders, and then we need a couple of blacks too. So that's what the color palette looks like for Little Witch. You can see it back here. This is the spider dots. And this pattern behind me is called Witch's Hat. So it is a one block pattern. It's all one block. You can decide to skip a couple if you want, or however you want to be creative, fill it all with witch's hats. It's completely up to you. Um, they, they are all in the different blacks of the collection. And then I used solids to do raw edge applique on these flowers, which is what I wanted to talk to you about today. So there's this great pattern called Witch's Hat, but this technique will also be well used and wonderful for our quilt along that we are going to be doing. It's called a Little Witchy Sampler, and you can see there is this hat in a different size, and also the little flower appliques. There's all kinds of great things in here, like bat blocks and pumpkins and mushrooms and potions, and the cauldron, of course, bubbles, all kinds of fun stuff. So if you haven't already, please do sign up for the quilt along. Our sew alongs and quilt alongs are always free, so you can come on and sign up for them. Just head to the website under fabric collection, sewastory.com, and sign up. Make sure you grab your pattern at your favorite retailer, and or if you want a PDF, you can grab it from the website, the Sew a Story website. Either pattern, you're going to need to download the applique. So all this fully illustrated instructions, there's all the fabrics in there, fully illustrated instructions, step by step, all the cutting, well labeled. So it's very easy to see what you're doing. But if you want to do some of this raw edge applique and be creative, I'm going to show you how to today using a few of my favorite products. So you're going to want to download those templates from the website using the code that you find in your pattern, and or if you like want to print them off onto a fusible paper already, you can do that. And or look at all these options. You can use your cutting machine to fuse solid fabric onto a whole sheet, and then just send it through your cutting machine, and it will do all the cutting for you. So we have SVG cut files included with a code there as well. So feel free to use whatever option you have. I'm just going to lower the camera down though and give you a little quick tutorial on how fun and easy any age can do this, and actually how relaxing, how much I really enjoy this fabric crafting with you. So let me pop the screen down and we'll continue together.
Okay, so let's begin here. So both of these patterns, these witch's hat or a little witchy sampler, you can use this applique method. So inside the pattern, it will give you the code to download any of these flowers. For this one, it will give you the code to download this applique here. For this one, it will give you all of these. You can choose to use a cutting machine. There's SVG cut files as well. Or you can do this way that I am about to show you. So here's the witch's hat. You can do this, and then here's the little download codes, and then you can have it in any option. So it's a great pattern. I would highly recommend grabbing it, but I'm going to talk you through this fun and easy way. So I am using this Caterpillar Glow mat, and I love it because it's not only like a light box, but you can actually cut on it here. So it's a cutting mat that sticks to the Caterpillar Glow. You'll take one of your sheets that you printed off to scale. So when you print them off, make sure you're printing at actual size, not fit to print. So you can put it on there. And then I'm using this Heat and Bond light sewable iron-on interfacing. I like to use light or extra light, the lightest I can, because when you're long arm quilting it, you don't necessarily want it really heavy, especially if you're going to be finishing around. So just taking a pencil, I like to have my cutting mat here so I'm not right on the glass, although you can be. I'm going to use best use. The great thing about you being able to trace it also is you can decide how much, or using SVG cut files, is you can decide how many flowers and of what type and what colors. So this is really your chance to be creative. So you can see how well that comes through. And I like to do just a little bit of like a sort of a feathery line, so I'm really following it exactly. And you'll just do that on all the pieces. Now, if this is going to be a different color, you can kind of plan out yours if you're going to have all the same color, you might want to just plan them out. So you might want to go, oh, I want this to be orange, this, and then get all those pieces on one piece. So you're using best use of fabric, but you can trace them as you want. And then move over here. So I've already traced some, and on the paper side of the fusible web like this, and then I've taken some solid fabrics. So I just have some solid fabrics that match my Little Witch collection. So the purples match and some oranges match here. So those are actually called out in the back of the pattern too. Here it's pumpkin mane. So that you can kind of just sort of see which solids here. Autumn, butterscotch, canyon, you know, all the colors are here, cinnamon, jade. So those are the ones that I've curated to match this collection. And you will just take the fuse side and press it to the wrong side of your confetti cotton. So you just take it onto the wrong side, fuse it on there in how you want it. So I've already done that to 3 pieces here. 1, 2, and oh, where's my little orange one? Here. Let's move this out of here. So it looks like this. And then you'll just take the size of scissors that you feel can kind of best support the work you're doing. Obviously, a long pair of scissors might be nice for like long straight strokes, but you know, you can grab a smaller or even smaller pair of scissors. I'm going to use the medium one just for these so I can get a nice straight line in here to show you that. And you're going to cut it with the paper because that way you have the most exact shape, and it's just really fun and easy. So this is something that you can take. This is why we call it like fabric craft. Look how cute that is. This is something that you can take, you know, with you to the living room, or if you're watching a hockey game. I've been definitely known to take this to like a ball games when my children are at there, or even at the beach. I love to do fabric crafts while, you know, you can still be very actively involved in what you know the people around you are doing in conversations, but you have something to do with your hands. So here's a couple of those pieces. I'm going to leave my light box on so you can see them nicely. I'm going to take this big one and show you how I'm going to cut this big one. So I'm going to cut it going this way on the inside, and then I'm going to cut it because I have these nice sharp tips. You can see how sharp those are. So I'm going to cut it going the opposite way, and they're going to just join together. And then you've got that nice, beautiful point. So you can work yourself all the way around on there, and you'll get that great point. I'll just do a couple of them just to show you how nice and clean that will be. Oh, there we go. If you prefer the smaller scissors here, I'll just show you what that will be like. The smaller scissors are really great for really tiny pieces, but really great for inside those corners too. Okay, didn't quite go far enough on both sides. I don't want to go over. There we go. Good. So let me just show you what that looks like. So here, and then using the quilt image as a layout, we'll put one of these onto each of the petals all the way around, and the center would go right in the middle. I'll make sure I show you a picture of this at the end. Good, just like that. So that's one of the flowers. So you'll just continue going, oh, he looks kind of cute like that, doesn't he? So you'll just kind of keep cutting this one out. For speed, I'm going to use my big ones just so I can show you here what it'll look like when it's all done. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about while I'm cutting here is I did have some matching Aurifil floss. If you want to add French knots into the center of your applique, that is just so fun, and you can easily do that. It adds texture and dimension. You can do that before you long arm quilt. I've done that lots, and I don't mind when the quilting kind of goes over it or around it. I don't mind that at all. But if you do, you can also bury your threads and then do that after the fact. So it will just kind of look like this. They'll be just a little bit off. It's purposefully just a little freestyle. Probably the longer one. I'll have to look. There we go. It does match up. So I could measure it and match it up like this, and we'll just put all of those around. Now how to fuse them on there, you'll just take, I usually just like to bend the corner. So I kind of bend it at the corner and then I roll it back. So when I bend it and roll it back, then that paper comes off, and it comes off super easy. And you can see how there's this like sticky back left on there. And then you'll just place it in place, and using your iron, you'll just press it into place there. Then you'll use a matching thread color. You can either do it by hand, or you can take it to your machine and you can just stitch around either with like a blanket stitch, or you can do just a straight stitch. It's pretty detailed, so I would just do a straight stitch like that. So it's really, really fun. I love this mat also just for aligning this full. So you can build your flower like this first. This would be like easy to take to your machine and sew now, or you can wait until after your hat is built, fuse everything to the hat. So you'll have to do the same thing to your flower, pull the backing off of the flower, and then go through all of the layers as you sew it. So even though it's just a quilt block, you're still kind of like really pulling it all together. So that is some of the tools that I'm using to do really fun raw edge applique, and it gets really perfect points and great shapes. You can have lots of fun, be super creative. Again, I'm going to show you some of the examples in a minute.
Thank you so much again for joining me here at Sew a Story. My name is Jennifer Long. I really appreciate you being here. If you are loving the Little Witch collection and you just love all things sort of fairy tale and witches and Halloweens, I also want to introduce you to two other patterns that came in this collection. There is the Little Witch herself. So this is a great traditionally pieced quilt. It is a lap size, so it's 65 by 73. The only thing that's raw edge applique here is the moon. Otherwise, everything else is traditionally pieced. There's an optional border there that's really, really fun. That's pieced as well. Or there's this great quilt called Bubbling Brew. here is the cauldron with the fire, and there's bubbles, and then of course there's stars on the night. You can do this quilt either with the spider dot teal background, so it looks nice and kind of spooky and dark, and or we can have it really pop with the white spider dot background that looks like this too. So if you are a shop and you are carrying any of these patterns, please feel welcome to put your name and comment or your link to your shop or to the product directly would be fantastic in the comments. I will also link everything I was talking about here today on the Sew a Story site and throughout. And if you love craft patterns, possibly you'll consider joining our pattern club. So it's less than the cost of one pattern a month. It's called Sew a Story Pattern Club. You get a quilt pattern and a craft pattern every single month. It's just such a fantastic deal. I feel so proud about it. So don't wait any longer, because I cannot let you know that this price, I must let you know that this price will not stay like this forever. We're already talking about changing the format, but if you come in now, you'll get locked in how it is. So I hope you do consider, and you get all kinds of fun things. So we'll be, with this collection, we'll be promoting it with great craft patterns like this and so many other ones that come. So if you just like the craft patterns, it's still cheaper than a craft pattern. If you just like the quilt patterns, it's cheaper than one quilt pattern, but you get both. So I hope I can see you there too. So my name is Jennifer Long from Sew a Story. I'm so grateful that you are here, and I hope you have a fabulous creative day. See you again next time. Bye for now.